everything is relative. And we in Russia, we could use postmodernity in order to explain to the West that if any truth is relative, so we have our special Russian truth that you need to accept as something that maybe is not your truth.
Even if it's not true.
But if the truth is relative, that doesn't mean that the truth doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That means that absolute truth, one for all, doesn't exist.
Let's take an example. If you watch Russian television today, you'd think that Russia and America were about to go to war.
Yes, but the same if we are examining, if we are reading American press, we have the same impression.
Not really. I've just come back from America. You don't really get that impression. Do you think this is genuinely the case?
No, I think that now the situation is in Syria, for example, United States continuing to be unipolar or continuing to consider itself as unipolar power. It says no more Assad. And Atlanticist powers of the Western Europe repeats after Washington. We doesn't want any more Assad. But Putin, other civilization says stop. Let have Assad. And after that, there is our nuclear and military power behind Assad. So, and that is serious. If you are boss, you could not let the other decide, if you really is a boss, decide what to do in your realm of responsibility. It is conflict. And Russia says, no, you are not boss. You are not anymore boss. That's very serious. It is, if we insist on multipolarity, and if behind us there is nuclear weapon and the iron will to defend, for example, in the little case of Assad, defend Assad. Assad is principally not because we have so much interest there. That is the question of who rules the world. That is the problem. So that's possible war. Only war could decide really who is the boss.
Do you think that's really a possibility?
If United States doesn't want to start a war, United States should recognize openly for all humanity, all mankind, that the United States is not anymore unique master. So let recognize that there will be no war. But we understand our position is that we are going to fight up to the end in order to show to everybody that United States is not any more unique master. It's very serious, because we are seriously going to show and to confirm that we are entering in a multipolar world. And the situation in Syria, on Ukraine, and anywhere else, that's only the case to prove that. We don't want that, but we understand that if we will be not ready to pay all the price for that, we could not gain.
So Ukraine and Syria are all about proving to America that they're not the boss.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That they are not unique boss.
Can I ask you a personal question? When you watch the news on Russian television, do you believe what you see?
Absolutely, because...
Really? You're an intelligent man. Surely you can't believe
because
some of the most outlandish things.
No. Absolutely. Postmodernism teaches us to understand, or sociology, I'm sociologist as well, and what is total fact, according to Durkheim. Total fact. The founder of sociology, Emil Durkheim, affirmed that total fact, it is the fact the society believes in.
So if enough people believe it, it'll become true?
No, No, the truth is the question of belief. And postmodernity shows that every so-called truth is the matter of believing. So we believe in what we do, we believe in what we say, and that is the only way to define the truth. The truth is the matter of belief. And that is not only our position, because when I see Western media, I ask myself how the people could lie in such way. They lie about everything in the world. But after that, I say to myself, stop, that is not lie. It is their truth.
But wait,
they are completely convinced that they are true.
I work in the Western media. I'm a reporter. I go out on the ground. I report what I see. Nobody tells me from on high.
No.
The
There is no
editorial line
such
should
thing.
be.
The fact, it's on always interpretation. There is no such things as a fact. Wittgenstein has proven that. There is no fact, there's only interpretation. You see because you interpret this or so. Our manner of thinking of any man, of any culture, of any civilization, it deals only with interpretation. You cannot see nothing without interpretation. What you see, it's interpretation.
I see you can argue that philosophically, but
it is not
if
practical.
somebody flies an airplane and drops a bomb on a building in Aleppo, somebody's flown that airplane. Somebody's dropped that bomb.
Who has fixed that? Whose airplane is it? What is the bomb? What is the quarter the bomb is falling on? What are the people?
Yeah.
And there begins our interpretation, because it is
but
the war.
but
It is very
it's-
difficult to go in it to see and to prove. For you, any bomb falling is a Russian bomb. Any killed by Russian bomb should be an innocent civilian, and any harm that is done in the Aleppo or in the Syria is absolutely from the beginning. You have no idea that could be different, because you are real, normal Western man, Western reporter, Western journalist. It is your truth to say, to presume, to be completely convinced the Russians are evil. So that are their bomb.
But that's where you're wrong. I spent many years studying Russian and learning to love Russia and all things Russian.
But nevertheless, that are our bombs that destroy innocent civilians everywhere.
I'm not saying they all are, but sometimes they are, right?
Never.
Never.
Never. No. Not only American and American marionettes of ISIS and the other Jabhat al-Nusra bombs are killing innocent civilians.
Because those are the only ones that are killing.
That's our interpretation, our vision.
But you can't really believe that. I mean, I don't believe it. I don't believe that Russia is responsible for all the destruction. Neither do I believe it's responsible for none of the destruction. I mean, it's just not credible.
No, but when we see Western media, we see when, for example, someone is a little bit on the other, try to say that maybe not in any case the Russian bombers that destroy the civilians, so it is cut. So maybe personally there are the people who are with broader sense of understanding reality. But if we take the Western media, we see that normal reportage, normal observation of what is going on in Syria is completely biased by these preconceived ideas.
And I understand that, and I recognise that. But isn't it true that Russian television has seen that there is implicit bias in how people report where they go, and they've taken it and multiplied it by 100.
We could speak on two levels.
Yeah.
If you affirm that the West says the truth and Russia says lie, I would respond, Russia says truth,
right.
that this truth is absolute truth, and the West says lie.
Okay, so we're playing a chess game. If I say to you, Western journalists are often biased and mistaken, but they try to tell the truth, whereas Russian TV has gone through the other side.
No. If you say that,
and they're not even trying to tell the truth.
If you say that Western TV is sometimes biased, sometimes not. I would say Russian TV is sometimes biased, sometimes not. If you say we are sometimes not biased, but you are always biased, I would say exactly you are sometimes biased, we are sometimes
so we're always
not biased.
exactly equal.
Absolutely, and that is multipolarity.
Right.
Nobody has monopoly on the truth. The truth is relative. I could accept that, but only if you accept that. If you say our truth is absolute, I would respond immediately. Our truth is absolute. I don't believe that, and you don't believe it. Or maybe you believe. If you believe that your truth is absolute, you are normal Western man. But normal
I
Western...
don't believe anyone's truth is absolute.
Okay, we could agree on that at least.